This matter relating to, my lord, 2020 selection process. And huge corruption was done in this 2020 selection process. The first argument, which is made by the board, that is panel expired each and every time. In this case, my lord, what happened? I want to go by the court order first. What happened in this selection process?
বাবা কাটুন মাঝখান থেকে এই এটা নিয়ে নাও সেটা এভিডেভিট অফ সার্ভিস অ্যান্ড ওটা দাও তিনটে ফাইল গুলো দেখি এভিডেভিট অফ সার্ভিস অ্যান্ড দি acknowledgement evidencing payment of deficit court fees filed on behalf of the petitioners be kept with the record.
Yes.
And these petitioners participated in which selection process?
2020 selection process. From TET 2014, two selection processes were conducted, 2016 and 2020. This matter relating to, my lord, 2020 selection process. In the 2020 selection process, advertisement floated on 23rd December 2020. After that advertisement floated, all the candidates, here the petitioner, they participated in the selection process. They participated in the interview. Thereafter, some of the petitioner came to the High Court. Two volume. There are two volumes. Some of the petitioner came to the High Court. Published the panel with this prayer. They not published it. The single bench order was specifically that publish the panel. Not even in that order, the board not publish the panel. That petitioner, they go to the with the contempt proceedings. Thereafter, board preferred an appeal. This is the appeal order preferred by the board. I came one by one. Very interesting matter. Mat 298 of 2021. Got it, my lord? Page number, kindly take page number 3. I don't want to mention the senior counsel name. I believe the counsel was instructed by the board, and every counsel is like so. Page number 3, the second paragraph. Mr. Such and such, appearing on behalf of the West Bengal Board of Primary Education, has made the principal argument on behalf of all the appellant. Mr. Such and such has submitted that out of 26,000 candidates, 15,284 candidates were selected on merits. And it was on the process that a merit list was published. Very interesting, my lord. Merit list was published by the board. On which date? They says it 4th March 2021.
Where from you are getting the date?
My lord, this order date? Yes. Order date?
No. That the merit list was published.
Yes.
But the date of publication is not here.
Yeah, but on that day, board says, that means I for the argument's sake, I said that is the date merit list published. Published by the board on the website of West Bengal Board of Primary Education. All 15,284 candidates approximately were successfully appointed in respect of the school, barring few whose counseling is continuing. However, very interesting. However, due to cyber hacking, the merit list published by the board was withdrawn and lodged complaint before the concerned police station. Till date, the petitioner don't know before which police station, what is the complaint number, what is the FIR number, what is the fate of that FIR. Thereafter, on review, the board has kept such and such post vacant for offline candidate whose interview could not be complete out of those 1,216 vacancies. Mr. Such and such has further submitted that 738 posts have been kept vacant in view of the dispute raised above by awarding 6 marks. That is 6 marks, 738 candidates. What was the direction of this matter? The direction was in this matter, my lord. Page number 7. In the event the appointment letter have page number 7, para 3. In the event the appointment letter have already been issued to some of the candidate, a corrigendum shall be issued within 4 weeks from the date by the respective district primary school to such successful candidate. By inserting aforesaid direction, the courts so that all the writ petitioners are aware of the nature of the appointment. This has to be strictly followed. We are view that the publication of merit list is
What was the
well.
direction?
Direction was that you have to publish the merit list to the concerned DPSC physically. That was the direction.
No, the a corrigendum. What is the corrigendum?
Corrigendum means whosoever left out candidate, they ought to include, my lord, and because of that, they ought to publish that merit list, because due to cyber hacking in the website,
Their appointment is subject to the result of the writ petition. Which
Yeah.
writ petition?
that writ petition was pending before the single bench, and that subsequently this order is finally published, because the publication of the matter was a prayer. And what is the direction? Kindly see the very next paragraph.
No, I see that 15,284 candidates by the board should contain a specific clause
Because-
that these appointments shall not create any equity in their favor.
Yes, because of that point of time, what happened, my lord, when the advertisement was floated, that point of time, the 6 wrong question matter was not adjudicated. That's why some of the petitioner came. Because of that, they says, if our OMR sheet was reassessed, then we
So
could participate.
That issue is still alive. Their appointment.
No. That is issue is not still not alive. I want to canvass what about the publication of the merit list, and why I emphasis on that, and what is the direction thereafter. What happened? I specifically canvass in this merit petition. That's why it is important. What is the direction? We are of the view that the publication of merit list is well to bring transparency in the matter, and as allegation of irregularities have been leveled against the board, it is all of more necessary that the merit list should be published. In fact, the board is in the notification dated such and such has also uploaded the merit list in the website. With regard to publication of the merit list, we feel that the board is bound by the notification dated 15 February 2021, because between 15 February 2021, they said we publish the merit list. And what is the subsequent step? Very interesting. Where it has been stated that the merit list is published in the website, mentioned in the said notification to publish such merit list. However, due to hacking of the website and on an allegation that records have been manipulated, we direct the board to publish the merit list and display it at conspicuous place of the office of the West Bengal Board of Primary Education, District Primary School Council, and offices of the District Inspector of School within 2 weeks from that. That means in the year 2021, that was the direction. After that direction, they're not even published. And the some of the DPSC, they just hang in their notice board. Within few minutes, they just withdraw it. And with a few hours, in fact, what we learned from that publication of DPSCs and the publication of board, because subsequently a order passed by this by this court, by the coordinate bench. Honorable Justice Abhijit Gangoda, there is a direction to publish the panel. After this, in the year 2022.
Then?
Thereafter, my lord, they published a list. But that list, they says, no, that is not a panel. That is, and that too, immediately the very next day, they published another notification, single notification. That is a erroneous list. Very interesting. Kindly see this notification. After this order, in the year 2022, what is their notification? 29th November 2022. May I read? In compliance with the order of the Honorable Justice, I just resorted the court order. Thereafter, I will place the another court order, which is the preferred appeal. Very recent appeal. In compliance with the order of the Honorable Justice Abhijit Gangopadhyay passed on such and such, that means Shomen Nandi and Ramesh Malik. The West Bengal Board of Primary Education has published a breakup of marks of the TET 2014 qualified empanel candidate against 42,949, that means 2016 selection process, and 16,500, that means 2020 selection process, the very exact one. Vacancies respectively on such and such. Upon publication of such list, it has come to the notice of the board that there are error stroke anomalies in the published list. Since the board is going to hold the teacher eligibility test 2022 on such and such date throughout the state, it will take appropriate step for removing such anomalies and oblique or rectifying such error after 11 December 2022. Further notification in this regard will be uploaded in board website. Till date, there is no such further notification. This is the notification published by the board.
What they intended to?
Their intention is that, which is very much reflect, they want to hide everything. Panel.
TET
First,
TET 2014, it qualified impaneled candidates against 42,949 and 16,522. Upon publication of such list, so these two lists were published,
yes,
42,949 and 16,500.
yes. In pursuance of court order, in the year after, according to them,
Take
after
up of marks
yes,
of TET 2014,
yes.
candidates 42,000 odd.
For the 2016 selection process, there was a 42,949.
And this 16,500 is of 2020.
2020, yes. For this instant.
But the board is saying there are some errors have been
Yes.
detected.
Yes.
They want to upload a fresh notice of those candidates.
Yes. Those anomalies, according to them, there are some anomalies. But till date, this is published in the year 2020. This is the month of 2024, in the month of November. Till date, 2 years elapsed, not error-free published.
Well, then,
so that means till date, they are unable to publish panel. It is established. Now, my lord, kindly take my reputation thereafter. In this context, kindly take my reputation.
so this is your argument in anticipation.
Yes, in anticipation. And
that they will take the plea
that panel is published and expired. Now, my lord, why this petition is filed?
So these petitioners, your clients had participated in which selection process?
2020 for 16,500.
This is 16,000.
Yes, 16,500. Now, why I filed this petition? My lord, in my petition, I made some tabular chart. I just, before opening the brief, I just canvass what is the illegalities and corruption in this selection process. First, in the year 2021, they says due to cyber hacking, they are not uploaded in the website. They will give a physical copy to the DPS. So there is a board, because this selection process is conducted by the board. There is a panel according to the rule. There ought to be a panel, and that panel ought to be as per the rule, because the rule is very specific. I go to the rule thereafter, because in rule they ought to publish panel district wise, category wise, because that category means there are two type of categories. There is horizontal reservation, they ought to mean as well as the vertical reservation. And
in one word, there may be some anomalies.
What is the anomalies? First anomaly is that from the list which is published in the year 2022, from the list which is published in the DPSC, some of the DPSC, we tallied it. From that tally, we got some of the candidates who not even in the TET 20, because in the court direction, they published the TET qualified candidate list. They published the list who got empaneled in the year 2020, and they published as per the court direction in the DPSC. We tallied 3 lists. From that tallying, we got some of the candidates whose name not even appeared in the TET qualified list, not even appeared in the empanel list, not even appeared in the DPSC list. They got appointment in the 2020 selection. That is the first. Second, in the year 2021, they took a plea due to cyber hacking. They not published the list in the website, but they want to give it in the conspicuous place in the DPSC, concerned DPSC. Some of the candidate list which is published in the year 2022 by the board, their name not featured in the board list, but their name featured in the DPSC's list. Suppose in Murshidabad DPSC. That list which is traveled from Kolkata to Murshidabad, some of the candidates entered from traveling from Kolkata to Murshidabad. That is very interesting.
Maybe while the train
Yes,
was
yes.
going, somebody
Some person they boarded. Not only that, Malad, in the year 2020 selection process, they kept aside some seat for the wrong answer key, 6 wrong answer key.
700 something.
38 candidate. That we also scrutinize that 738 list. Because whosoever failed in the selection process, in the TET process, their marks, if they are belonging to the category at that point of time, according to the board, 83 was the passing marks for the category candidate. Whosoever, suppose OBC category candidate or SC category candidate or ST category, subsequently court hold that 82 is the pass marks for the TET qualified candidate. Some of the candidate TET marks in that wrong answer keys matter, 738 candidate, TET marks is 93 of category candidate. Suppose a OBC category candidate, that OBC category candidate must not be 93. Because if his marks is in the TET 93, just say 6 marks, by adding of 6 marks, their marks, category candidate marks must be less than 83. Otherwise, he ought to be the TET qualified earlier without 6 marks. Got my point, my lord? Because if he failed in the TET selection process, then the question of adding 6 marks will arise.
No, is it the 6 marks for only those who have failed to qualify or for all?
At that point of time, there was no such order for all. When the 738 candidate TET marks was given, at that point of time, that order was not there. Subsequently, that order passed by the division bench. By taking the court order, because at that point of time, there is no such court order giving the 6 marks to the candidate. They,
So
by their own whims,
Mr. Samin, don't complicate the issues.
Because of there is corruption in every strata. There is a corruption in 1500 list. There is a corruption in 738 list. There is a corruption in 478 list. I canvassed each and everyone in my writ petition. They corrupt.
Who is the
all
beneficiary?
through.
Who is the beneficiary?
The beneficiary is that who corrupt act is done by the board, and who was the beneficiary? I made a tabular chart in this regard in my writ petition. Kindly take, my lord, each and every tabular chart.
The board in this selection process, board was the beneficiary
Yeah,
according to you.
board is done by the board, but ultimate beneficiary is that who got the appointment, illegal appointment. Who got the illegal appointment? Board.
That but the two ends of corruption.
Yes.
One is getting materially, the other
Yes.
is getting the
Yes.
other way. So benefit means the benefit of service.
Yes.
But the other person, the chairperson, chairman,
The president, the then president. Because of that, my first argument is that, because I also specifically pleaded this first argument is that, my lord,